Hello, this is Michelle from Jasami Publishing, and with the latest episode from Jasami Bookworm Podcast. Hola, and welcome to Jasami Visiting Portugal. I'm delighted to introduce my guest today.
Oi, aqui em Mike do podcast em Mike. Bem-vindo a Portugal.
Being very in-depth into the local culture, that's Ian from Ian Mac Podcast and in Portuguese. So today's just a quick episode, but it's to keep you up to date on what Jasami is doing and to chat with our Ian Mac, who helps us with producing the podcast. Ailey Beaton, of course, is the program producer. Ian Mac puts it all together. Anyway, to get back to it, one has to wake up to blue skies every single day here in Portugal. It's wonderful. The people have been absolutely lovely. And as part of our translation program, we're translating books into different languages. I'm here exploring the opportunities for our Portuguese book. Of course, Isadora has done the translation on that. We'll be chatting more with her next week as well. Anyway, Ian, please tell me what you think of Portugal and your visit here.
It's not the first time been here. Been down in Albufeira, been down in Val do Lobo. This one is totally different because it's more like a town holiday, which I'm not used to. But I've got some fantastic photographs of quaint little side streets and back streets and different coloured houses. The people here are absolutely phenomenal. They are just so friendly, it's unbelievable. I know that I had a bit of bother getting to the apartment where you were staying. Taxi drivers haven't got a goddamn clue where anything is, but will not go there. Dropped me off at the end of the road. This lady's going into the house. I asked her where I was and where I'm meant to be going, and she made a phone call and some guy came up and spoke to me in English and pointed me up the road. Job done. Absolutely amazing.
They are so friendly here, and everybody is so wonderful to speak to. The vista we have at the moment is the beautiful marina that's here, and I will try to pronounce it. I think it's Olhao is where we are in the Algarve. It's a beautiful place. There are islands with beaches. The ferry is very reasonable, and the weather has been perfect. We are working on our conversational Portuguese. How is yours going, Ian?
Terrible. It's not me studying, it's you, because you want to come back.
Well, I do have further work to do here. This was just an initial visit to come to Portugal and find out about the people, explore the opportunities with selling our books. I don't like to be political, but obviously the government has offered wonderful challenges due to Brexit. They've hammered small businesses, but again, I don't want to get political, so we'll segue around that and just chat about it, how beautiful it is here. The town is not really a town. It's got the quaint buildings of Portugal with the bright colors of bright white and bright blue trims. The atmosphere, it's the same temperature just about every day, 70s to early 80s. So beaches to visit, bibliothèque, livro, bookstores, and such.
So, where are we at? Okay, you've been out here for 2.5 weeks. I've been out here for the last 2.5, 3 days. It's quite a fascinating little place because you can go down and you can get in this little boat that holds probably a couple of hundred people, and you get
also called a ferry.
A ferry, yeah. Don't believe in ferries.
I do. That's why they appear.
So, and it takes you over to this wee island, Amarana, and honest to God, they don't have any motor vehicles on it. There's one beach buggy, but I think that's for the guys that own the cafe over there, or the shops. Maybe that's how they get their gear about. But it's absolutely stunning. What I would suggest you don't do is stand at the ocean and there's a nice breeze and you think it's nice and cool, and then when you go up the road and look in the mirror, you're absolutely burnt to a cinder. like I was last night.
Did that happen? Sincerely, how did that happen?
Because I didn't have any suntan cream or anything. So anyway, my fault.
I think all the Brits know about that, especially Scottish. The Scots, if you go out in the sun, you're going to turn lobster color anyway.
Yeah, well,
so
I was well and truly scalped, trust me. But anyway, what was I going to talk to you about? Yeah, so Duolingo. You've kind of really taken to this place, and I suggested if you wanted to learn Portuguese, why not go in Duolingo? And you've taken it like duck to water. And I think Isadora is really going to be chuffed with you. Isadora?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, Isadora.
That's okay. You like your own pronunciations anyway. Yes, I have enjoyed it. I do between Duolingo and Google Translate, and then Isadora being, obviously fluent in Portuguese since she's from Brazil. We have all the benefits of learning the languages to come back. We will be exploring other countries, thanks to Leah. With the German translations, I am expecting to go to Berlin and explore the bookshops there, and then a few of the others. Other translations that we also have. We have Greek, we also have Finnish, Norwegian, and French, of course. When Julie visited, it was French. So we will be exploring these on our own since we don't have the benefit of being in the EU anymore. However, I do wish to say that if you want to come to Portugal and you want a quiet time, if you're not into all of the, the big parties and such, if you want spectacular seafood, drinks. And that, as you heard, was the arrival of my beautiful pina colada, which we're enjoying. And what are you partaking of?
Water. Plain water.
Yes. It involves yeast and a few other factors, and it is local to Portugal.
Super Rock. And I'm not a lager drinker, but that is really nice. Super Bock, not Rock. Super Bock. Yeah, it was really nice. So, see if you hear background noises at the moment. We are in the Kai's Club Bar. There's people from different parts of Europe. You'll hear wee bits of music like that getting blasted out every so often. You'll also hear speedboats coming in and out. It all adds to the atmosphere of this podcast.
And part of the reason we're doing this podcast from here, from Portugal itself, is that if you followed us on Instagram, you've seen that I've been proposing about taking care of yourself. Everyone needs to be able to have some holiday time, have some time where you get away and just recharge batteries. I always say you can't give from an empty well. So recharge the batteries, take care of yourself, be good to yourself, and then you can proceed and do the work, of which we are devoted to. Although I have been gone out of the office, I still have continued with several meetings. I've also had a few webinars and such with Publishing Scotland, and we've been going on from there. But I did want to say the importance of finding a place where you feel comfortable, relaxing, and enjoying. It doesn't have to be Portugal. It can be anywhere your heart desires, as long as you've done that. But I wanted to share a little bit of my experience here and what it's done for me and working for the company, and then of course sharing with Ian Mack at Ian Mack's podcast. Ian, is there something else you'd like to share with us?
I'm not really keen on going home tomorrow, but I've got Grumps and a Lad podcast to get out tomorrow night.
Yes.
I haven't been there for a few days, and there's been lots going on in the sports world.
And you'll be hearing from us with Instagram. We'll be picking that up, and we've got lots of new wonderful projects that we'll be working on throughout the summer. So I just wanted to share this with you to say that yes, no matter where I am, Jasami is always a part of all of your lives, and to say how much we value every single one of you. So I will, one thing before we end it, Ian, would you like to do a shout out to someone?
Vasco da Gama. Don't know much about him, but anyway, there's a shout out to Vasco da Gama. He's got a wee street named after him here.
Well, the one thing I would like to say is I'd like to do a shout out to all the lovely people in Portugal and the Algarve where we've been visiting. It's been absolutely wonderful. So thank you so much for your hospitality. And any final words?
Yeah, from Ian goodbye from Portugal, and thank you to Ian goodbye to Portugal e obrigado.
And I will say obrigada. Enjoy us. And I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. And as always, I wish you a sunny day. Michelle, Dasami Bookworm Podcast. We'll be chatting with you soon. And as they say it in Portugal, we'll say ciao.